Hi everyone. So I'm gonna film a wax melt empties video. I've got two huge bins here next to me. So I think I'm just gonna split it into two parts. The first part, I think I'll just start grabbing. I think I'm gonna do like clamshells. So let me just split up some of these other things. So right off the bat here, let me start with Scentsy. So I finished my first brick. This was pink poinsettia. This was from the 2021 holiday brick collection, I believe. I never picked it up at the time they released, which I think was October or November, but I've only ever picked this one up when it was on the clearance. And I think actually now it's just sold out. It was on clearance for a really long time. I actually have a stockpile of, I think 2 or 3 full bricks, and I just finished this one, so I had like 3 or 4 bricks because I really liked this scent a lot. I definitely feel like it leans perfumey. It starts with that kind of fruity sort of a scent, but then the longer it goes, I feel like the more perfumey it kind of turns into. So I really liked it. I'm glad I have backups, but I'm not sad now that it's sold out. I mean, I have like 2 or 3 bricks, like I said, and I think that will tide me over until I probably eventually get sick of the scent anyway. With a brick, I usually tended to cut each cube in half or thirds. That's usually how I split these bigger cubes. But yeah, I liked it and I'm glad I have some backup bricks. Let's do some more Scentsy. So I just did this one. I think I just put this one in today, and this is Down the Aisle. This was another one that I had picked up on clearance. This was from like, I think it was like a Moment by Moment collection, which released, I want to say prior to me sort of getting into purchasing Scentsy. I really liked this. It was super pretty, very nice. To be honest, I don't think it's the strongest scent. I feel like it's actually a little bit on the light end, but it is really pretty. I feel like you definitely get some greenness with a little bit of like the floral and fruity notes. I think it's really pretty and fresh. I have Sugared Strawberry. I liked this one. I had it in my club for a little while, but I'm experimenting with my club, so I kind of like add things in, cut things out pretty regularly. It's so pretty on cold. It's a strawberry that leans, again, kind of perfumey body care. I feel like a lot of Scentsy scents do lean a little on the perfumey body care side. But yeah, it's super pretty. I thought it smelled really good on cold, but surprisingly, again, I felt like this one was actually really light. I kind of like didn't even really notice it a whole lot when I went to warm it. So I actually did end up taking this out of my club, so it won't be in there when it processes for July. Plus I love so much vendor wax strawberry pound cake, those kind of scents from vendor wax that I don't feel like I need to be stockpiling this one from Scentsy since I don't absolutely love it and I don't get the greatest performance. I did a watermelon tangerine. This is really pretty. The fragrance flower I have going of watermelon tangerine is really strong. I feel like Scentsy in general, I get at most medium performance, but it kind of varies on longevity. Like sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a few days and lingers, but it's not usually for me like a powerhouse typically. This one again smells really pretty on cold. I feel it leans more on the watermelon side than the tangerine. But again, I kind of felt like it was pretty light. Like I feel like I didn't really notice it super strongly. But I did keep it in. Usually with Scentsy, I don't change out my bedroom warmers super frequently. I just let them go for a few days and then I'll change it out. So they always kind of linger, but they're just usually light to medium. So this is another one that I had in my club for a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna take out. I like it, but I don't feel like it's something that I need to have, or I'd feel sad if I missed out on it or anything. Like this is good for the summertime, but I don't need it in my club year round. The pods did pretty well. Actually, let me just talk about that since we're talking about watermelon tangerine. This pod did pretty well. So compared to Scent Circles, I did the pod system in my car. So Scent Circles, this was pink rhubarb sugar. Scent Circles last about 2 days, I would say. Very, very strong for like 2 days, and then usually I can't smell it anymore. That's typically the performance I get with Scent Circles. This pod system I tried out, one day they were doing garage cleaning in my apartment, underground garage, so we had to park on the street. That was kind of a mistake leaving this in my car because all the beads kind of melt. They don't look melted, but they got all stuck together, and I feel like that kind of hindered the performance after that because I couldn't really shake it up and mix them around. It still smells good, but I don't feel like when I step into my car I smell the scent, only when I have it right up to my nose like this. But I would say compared to the Scent Circle, this lasts like maybe a week, week and a half at most. And I also feel like it's probably doing better because it's warm, it's summertime, so I feel like the scent does better when it's warm outside. But it still didn't last super, super long, but definitely did better than the Scent Circle. So I'm experimenting with my little car mini fan diffuser. I don't know if I love it. I definitely am more into the wax and wax warmers, but I thought I'd just try something out, something different out in our car. So next time, I actually just took this out today. Next time I go, I'll probably fill it with one of the other scents that I got. Okay, let's go back to the wax. Okay, this one is Prickly Pear and Agave. This was nice. It actually definitely has a greenness, probably from the, I guess, desert sunset petals. I don't know, maybe Prickly Pear adds the greenness. But I liked it. It was a really good performer, actually. This one did really well, and I felt like it lasted a long time. I definitely noticed it when I walked into the room. I still don't feel like most Scentsy is like powerhouse. Well, I guess this one definitely was on the stronger side compared to some of the other ones I'm going to talk about, but I just feel like compared to vendor wax, it's a little bit on the lighter side, but again, like I said, it tends to last longer, linger longer, so pros and cons and stuff. But yeah, I like it, but it's not something I crave just because of that kind of greenness. I do tend to like bakery and fruity kind of scents more than sort of greenness. Also, this was a little floral, so it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but I don't think I'll probably pick up any more this summer. This is Make a Splash. Again, I think I had it in my club when it processed in May, but I don't feel like I need more. Like, it's good for the summer. I think I still have one of these in my collection, and I think I'm good with that amount. I really enjoyed this on cold. It was about a medium on warm. It kind of reminded me of like a shampoo conditioner scent. Maybe it's because of that like fresh green apple. Something was kind of reminding me of like the green shampoo bottles. I think it's Garnier Fructis. So I mean, I liked it and I enjoyed it, but it's not something that I feel like I would crave or really want to keep in my club. But I liked this. We have Pink Rhubarb Sugar. This smells so strong on cold. Really strong. It reminds me of a pink lemonade personally. I don't know what pink rhubarb is. Maybe it's the sparkling raspberry. That kind of reminds me of like a raspberry lemonade or something. It smells so strong, but surprisingly, I didn't feel like it was as strong as I was expecting with how strong it smells in the clam. It was kind of like a medium throw, but I just thought it was going to be stronger than that just because it smells so strong. So again, I think I had one of these. This is the theme because I was testing out what do I want to keep in my club? What do I want to kick out of my club because I added so much of the Bring Back My bars. And this is another one, good for the summertime. I'm glad I have another one in my collection, but I don't need to like stock up on this one. So this isn't going to be in my club, but it is pretty. I think this is a good one. If they get it, if it comes back next summer, maybe I'd get another bar or two. This one's Blueberry Cheesecake. I really, really liked this. This one will stay in my club. I don't like a whole lot of Scentsy Bakery, for some reason, I definitely prefer Vendor Wax Bakery, but this is one that I really, really liked. And I will say, I feel like this one had a really strong throw compared to other Scentsy, but it was kind of the opposite performance where I feel like it kind of fizzled out definitely after that first day, and I was ready to change it out. Kind of almost just smelled like that waxy kind of a scent. So I did end up changing this one relatively quicker than my other Scentsy. Like I said, usually I let it sit in my bedroom warmers for about 2-3 days. This one I think I changed out after pretty much the full first day, but I did really like it. I thought it was so good, so decadent. It totally has that like creamy cheesecake scent. You get blueberry too, but I feel like it's very strong on the cheesecake. I really like this one. I would possibly consider getting a brick. I know you can get a brick of this through Scentsy Club, but for now I'm happy with just getting a few more bars of these, and then I'll just see, do I really need a brick of it if it comes like bi-monthly? I don't know, but I do really like this one. This one was Berry Bright. This is in my club because someone recommended that I try this one because I guess it's similar to the Aladdin 3 Wishes, which I picked up in clearance. It sold out, so obviously I couldn't get it anymore, but my husband really liked that scent. And yeah, it does totally smell like this. It smells to me like the blue Jolly Rancher, which is the blue raspberry candy. So yeah, and I felt like this one was actually pretty strong. Again, kind of like the blueberry cheesecake. I felt like this was a really good performance. And this actually I felt like was really long lasting. So this was really good performance all around, strong and long lasting. So I like this one and I'll keep it in my club for now. Clementine Cupcake. This one's another one I'm kind of torn on. Oh, you know what? I might have gotten the blueberry cheesecake and Clementine Cupcake performance-wise confused, because this one I actually have the note that I said kind of died down after a day. You know what? I think I am mistaken. I think this one was the normal Scentsy throw, the normal Scentsy performance, like 2-3 days. This is the one where I thought it kind of died down and I kind of got that waxy scent after a while, but it did so well initially those first few hours. Yes, okay, I'm remembering now. Sorry, I have so much stuff. Sometimes I get things mixed up, but I'm remembering now. This one did so well at first, but definitely died down quickly compared to other Scentsy. So I'm torn. I think I might keep this in my club one more round, but I need to test out the performance of the Cutie Pie Cupcake and see if I like one over the other more. I'm okay with that though, like performance-wise, something kind of fizzling out within, you know, as long as it lasts like a few hours, I'm fine with, because I do like changing out my wax often. I'm lazier when I change my bedroom wax, so in that sense I was kind of like, oh man, I gotta change it already. But in general, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind changing my wax because I have so much wax and I like switching up scents. So because it did so good off the bat, I still think I want to get another bar of this just to see, and then I'll maybe make my decision if I want to keep it again or not. But yeah, I need to try out my Cutie Pie Cupcake. I just haven't yet because I just got it in, and I do kind of like to let my Scentsy cure. At first I didn't, but I just feel like to give it a fair shot, I just like to let it sit in my collection for a little bit, just like I do with Vendor Wax too. But I will try out my Cutie Pie Cupcake. Maybe I'll try it when I get my July Scentsy Club in, because I did put another one in that club. This one's Coral Waters. This was a very good performer. Very floral, I will say. This is very floral to me. So because of that, it's not really something that I can see myself getting again right away. I mean, it's a great springtime summer scent, but it's not something I'm gonna crave because it is so floral, borderline powdery. But it's nice. I mean, if you like a floral scent, this says Peony, Lush Nectarine Blossom, and Peony Bloom. You might like this one, so. Let's see if we have any more Scentsy. I think those are all my Scentsy clams. I'll just go over my one other Scentsy product, which is this Cloudberry Dreams dish soap that I got in my first Scentsy whiff box. So I think it was the March whiff box that I got this in. And this is my only Scentsy dish wash that I had, and I just figured, like, what, might as well start using it and trying it out. I really liked the scent. I think I've heard other people talk about this, how they don't mind the scent in the dish soap, but the wax is a little not the greatest. And I think I agree. When I got the Cloudberry Dreams wax, I haven't melted it, but on cold, I didn't like it as much as I liked it in the dish soap. It definitely came off more florally. I think this is like there are definitely rose notes in here. But oddly enough, the dishwasher kind of came off apple-y to me, which I don't think is anything listed in the scent description, so that's kind of random. But I did really like it. I don't think I would go out of my way to purchase more Scentsy dish soap, but if another one came in a whiff box, I'd definitely be pleased and excited to use it, or maybe something I'd pick up on clearance. But I don't know, I'm totally fine just getting like not Scentsy. I'm totally fine just getting like whatever Dawn dish soap at Target, Walmart, whatever. We just do kind of grocery runs and stuff like that, but it was fun to use. I like trying out different Scentsy products. That's why I like the whiff box so much. Okay. let's just do some more clams. So this is Sunshine Apple from Threshold. This is from Target. Oh my gosh, I can't open it. I was just gonna show the brand, because oddly enough, I find this so weird, but the brand is nowhere on the outside label. It's actually on the inside, which I just think is odd, but very, very strong apple. It says with notes of crisp pear and citrus, but this smelled like a straight up like Mac apple to me, and it was really good. I really liked it. There was a time in the fall I did way too much apple and got totally sick of the scent, but I really enjoyed doing this. This was super strong. Not something I'd probably jump to repurchase again, but sometimes every once in a while I'm at Target, I'll peruse down the wax melt aisle and just pick up a few scents that intrigue me, and this is what happened when I picked up this one. Target's wax melt section is so small though. I wish it was bigger. I know Walmart's section is really huge. Okay, this one's Sunkissed Kiwi, again from Threshold. There's a brand, again, just to show you. It also says with notes of lemon and pineapple. I did kind of get the lemon and pineapple that came out on warm. I feel like Walmart and Target wax always performs really well. Again, this did really well, really strong. I think I did this in our bathroom warmers. But yeah, I liked it, a nice fruity scent for the summer. This was Better Homes and Gardens, so this is from Walmart. Sweet Watermelon Buttercream. Oddly enough, so this was really strong in the clam, I would say, but I really didn't smell it much. I don't know if it was the day. Maybe I went nose blind. Maybe I just didn't notice it, but I didn't feel like this had very good performance. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's kind of the opposite of what I was saying when I was first describing the Target and Walmart wax at the beginning, but this is kind of an outlier. I feel like usually I have good performance. And like I said, maybe it was just the day. Maybe I went nose blind. Okay, I feel like I always show these. I've talked about this multiple times. This is like a tried and true favorite. I have so many of these clams in my collection because my friend gifted me a ton of them for Christmas. So good. It's unlike any other scent that I've smelled, I feel like, from vendor wax. It's very unique. I really like it. I feel like it smells like a Ritz cracker with like frosting on it. I don't know, it smells so good. Honestly, it looks kind of like the picture, like maybe a butter cookie with some like frosting on it. It's so good. Always amazing performance, but it does stain dishes pretty bad, but I'm okay with that because I really like the scent. So it's really good. I'm so glad I have lots of them in my collection. I think I just have one Super Tarts. This is Mystique Pink Sugar and Shaving Cream. I got this from Caitlin in our wax swap. This performance-wise did very well, but I don't think I'm a fan of shaving cream. I feel like I got a good mix of like the pink sugar and shaving cream. Like it had that sweetness of pink sugar, but the shaving cream was really strong in here. This was like a very strong performer, but yeah, just not like, I just don't think I love shaving cream. And again, I don't know why I find like the clams so like kind of fun to squish. I don't know why. They're like, it's like a little like, I don't know, little toy, I guess. I like squishing it. But anyway, so yeah, performance wise, very strong, but just something about the shaving cream is a little off-putting to my nose. But performance was good. I have one Witt Wax. Again, this is from my subscription I got at this point a year ago in July, the Little Mermaid one. This is Dinglehopper. This was very, very strong, but like very strong. Like this lasted days in the warmer. I felt actually it was a little bit more fall leaning, the scent. Like it definitely had some spices in it. It kind of, you know, even you can read the scent description. Teak wood, spicy cardamom, cinnamon dusted, satsuma, blah, blah, blah. Like it felt like it was kind of a fall holiday kind of a scent. So it's kind of a weird time of year for me to melt this, but I think this might be like my last Witt Wax. So I just thought, you know what, I'll just add it to my melting basket and go ahead and warm it one day. Like I said, performance wise, it did really good. It wasn't the typical scent I would probably go for, but that's kind of the risk you take sometimes when you buy those kind of mystery subscriptions. So yeah, this one did good. We have a few Bathing Garden. I'm trying to kind of warm through a little bit of my Bathing Garden stash just because I have so much in my collection. And at this point, I feel like I waited long enough to start doing some of the fall or winter if I feel like it. I know, again, it's not really seasonally appropriate, but sometimes every now and again you want to try something, or just because it's from a certain collection doesn't mean it, you know, you have to warm it that time of year. This first one was Charm and Ruin. So this is from the Halloween collection. Bathing Garden, typically, every once in a while I'll get like a powerhouse performer, but typically I'll say usually at best it's like a medium performer. This one, very, very floral. This smelled, even like the little floral like embed in there, this smells very rosy to me, which is odd because the notes say Lush vanilla citrus swirled with fruity pomegranate base inspired by Prince Charming by Lush, but it smells so floral to me. So it's probably not something I would go back and repurchase, but it was very, very good, strong floral performer. It smelled like rose to me. That's the floral note. I feel like rose is always a really strong performer, but it's not necessarily my favorite. But Bathing Garden has a lot of floral, like rosy scents. So yeah, performance-wise good, but not a repurchase. This is Bellissima. This is from Shannon's Summer Picks collection. I got it sometime probably from like a fall or winter collection when it was just on the website. Soft feminine white florals blend with light notes of musk and sweet hints of vanilla. This was a really good performer. I'd say a medium, but very long lasting. And it totally reminds me of a Lush bath bomb. I wouldn't know what kind of Lush bath bomb. It doesn't even say compare to a Lush scent, but it totally smells like a bath bomb to me. It actually doesn't smell that floral. It says feminine white floral, but it just smells like kind of a powdery bath bomb, which I like. I feel like that's a good bathroom scent. And like I said, this lingered and lasted a long time in my bathroom warmers. Think Pink Drink. Again, this is from Shannon's Summer Picks that I must have picked up when it was left on the website. Pink raspberry blends with fresh strawberry, lime juice, vodka, orange juice, juniper berries. I'm just reading the notes on the Bathing Garden because sometimes you can't really tell by the name what it smells like. It's interesting. It kind of comes off as like an artificially sort of a scent to me. Doesn't really, like, none of these scent notes in here necessarily like I pinpoint when I warm it. It's a good performer. It's been like a solid medium, but just, I don't know, just very hard to explain. I don't feel like I pinpoint strawberry. I don't feel like I pinpoint lime juice, orange juice, anything like that. Like I said, a little kind of an artificially kind of a fragrance, but it is doing well. I mean, it's performing well. I'm actually melting this today in my office warmer, but I don't know if I pick more up of that one. So with Bathing Garden, that's kind of the theme. I feel like because I got so much Bathing Garden, like seriously, I probably got at least half, if not more than half of her scents from all her collections she's released so far. The reason is I'm trying to sift through and figure out what scents do I really like and would repurchase in larger quantities, and sift through all the ones that I'm like, yeah, that was good, I enjoyed it while I melted it, but wouldn't repurchase, you know? Like, and I feel like that is usually what happens. Like, you buy a lot of scents, but then there are some staples that you absolutely love, and I'm trying to figure out those staples from the Bathing Garden collection. So it's not that I don't like any, but just some don't stand out to me where I would like crave and want to repurchase right away. This one is Juliet. This is bubbling champagne, sweet rose jelly, and rich vanilla candy. This is another one that was very strong, powdery rose. Yeah, this is, all her rose scents are good performers, but yeah, I would never do them in any other place but the bathroom. So powdery, floral, rose. If you like a powdery rose, you definitely like the Bathing Garden rose scents. I don't know if it's my favorite. I like floral. I don't necessarily love powdery floral. I'd prefer like a perfumey floral. So probably not a repurchase, but a good performer. And I think this is my last Bathing Garden. This is Moroccan Fig and Blackberry from the winter collection. This was very nice, a very nice tart fruit, almost so tart that you get a little bit of a stem like greenness because it's so tart. But yeah, performance-wise, it did good. It was a solid, like, medium performer. I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but probably not like a repurchase. But yeah, good tart fruity. I have one Cathy Scoopable Wax Tarts, sorry, Scoopable Tart Wax. This is her little 4-ounce scoopable jar in grapes and huckleberries. And so I thought I'd use this. I'm actually trying really hard to use up some of my Scoopables. Not use up, but I'm just aware of when I purchased and trying to go through the older wax in my collection. Not necessarily that this is super old. I mean, this is from January. I don't have any wax. It'll be a year since I started ordering vendor wax, pretty much end of June, beginning of July. So it's just hitting that year mark. But I'm pretty good about using up older wax before I pull new things generally, but I'm just trying to be aware of the dates that I put on my wax and use some older stuff first. This was good. I'd say it was maybe like a medium performer, and I actually kind of feel like the grape scent came out a little bit more. Usually huckleberry scents, I feel like from a lot of vendors, they lean kind of blueberry vibes. This one I didn't get blueberry vibes. Definitely grape. Huckleberry isn't necessarily only blueberry though. It's usually blueberry, raspberry, boysenberry, elderberries. Like it's usually a mix of berries. I'm just saying usually I pinpoint blueberry the most from most vendors that have huckleberry blends. But yeah, this almost came off more as like a grape candy kind of a scent, which is fine because I do like grape as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Honestly, the 4-ounce jars are pretty nice because, you know, it does take a little while to get through a Scoopable. I mean, I can get through them somewhat quickly, but this is a perfect size, I feel like, so you don't get like sick of a scent. Like I said, medium performer, not super long lasting, but that's typical for Scoopables in my opinion. Usually it's good performance right off the bat for the first few hours and it tends to die down quickly. I have one from Zape. This is PSL with whip. So again, I'm trying to stay aware of when I got some of my wax items. So this is from September. I'm trying not to let things hit too long. So once it's getting close to a year, I'm trying to look at everything in my collection and pull some of that and use it. A year though, honestly, isn't that long. I know some people have wax in their collections from like many years ago, 5, 6, 7 years, and it still performs, but I feel like peak performance is probably within a few years, so I just don't want things sitting in my collection. This did really well. I've talked about this before. I'm not the hugest fan of Zappe Scoopable formula. It's very different than the majority of Scoopable wax that I've tried from other vendors. Sticky, almost Vaseline-like. It's kind of funny too, after it warms a few hours, it kind of bubbles. There are like lots of bubbles at the surface of the warmer. It totally reminds me when we had our betta fish. Sometimes bettas, I don't know if it's just bettas or other fish, but they make little bubble nests that kind of form at the top of their fish tank. And it reminded me of that, like when our fish would make his little bubble nests. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. No other scoopable wax I've noticed make those little bubbles at the top, but it's kind of interesting. I wonder if that hinders performance at all, like if the bubbles kind of like trap in the wax or trap in the scent and make it hard to throw. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, this one was a good performer. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. But yeah, I just don't think I'd repurchase the Zappe Scoopables. I just don't like the trouble. They're just too sticky. They're not my favorite consistency. I will say these Scoopables last forever though. You'd be surprised how like their wax shape like makes a difference. It doesn't look like, if anything, it actually looks kind of smaller than like your typical your typical 6-ounce jar. This is 7.5 ounces, but I feel like these last forever. It takes forever to actually use up a Zappe Scoopable, which is a good thing. I mean, if you really like the scent. But yeah, this was good. Really nice, faintly coffee kind of a scent with kind of like fall spices. I don't necessarily pinpoint like pumpkin spice latte, but it was just a really, really nice, pretty coffee scent. And I did enjoy it. I don't think I'll repurchase Zappe Scoopables. I have two Bodies Harmony little scoopables, again the same size as the Cathy Scoopable, so these are like the 4-ounce scoopables. One is Champagne Pear. This was from November. This was really good. Really, really nice, bright, kind of pear fruity scent. Really pretty. I enjoyed this while I warmed it. And then Rainbow Grass, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, Fresh Cut Grass. This was a very even mixture of like the cereal and grass scent. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I felt like this was a really good summer morning kind of a scent. I really enjoyed this. Bodies Harmony, I tend to get really good performance. I thought both of the Scoopables did really well. Typical Scoopable performance, like I changed it halfway through the day, but they did good while they were going. This one was pretty much a powerhouse. I have two random Bodies Harmony scents too, which I'll just go over since we just talked about Bodies Harmony. I think these were both samples. So one was Peep My Cake Pops. Honestly, I did not really smell this. It was definitely light, but it was Marshmallow Peeps, Vanilla Cake, and Country Cream. To me, those don't scream powerhouse scent notes, so kind of makes sense. I didn't really notice that one. This is Apple Tea. This was very apple on cold, but oddly enough, it kind of came off floral when I went to warm it. I just did this on a tea light warmer, and performance-wise, it was really strong. I definitely noticed it. I have one Fantasy Wax. I just wanted to give it a try. This is from my mystery grab bag, so I figured I'd warm it because I thought it probably was poured a while back, had long enough cure time. This was your good typical kind of coffee scent. My favorite coffee scents are from the Pharmacist's Daughter. This did well, but like nothing like too crazy, too standoutish. But if you like coffee scents, if you're not picky with coffee scents, you can't go wrong with honestly any coffee scent. For some reason, I have a soft spot for Pharmacist's Daughter coffee. I do like L3 coffee as well. There's a few Rose Girls coffee scents I like too, but I just feel like I'm not really gonna purchase coffee scents from other vendors too much in the future because I just love the Pharmacist's Daughter one. But yeah, performance-wise, it did really well, so I'm excited to try out more Fantasy Wax. That's kind of a random one. Let me do this one. So I warmed a few things from Bewitching Wax, and I warmed these together actually. This first one is Hexed. This is warm zucchini bread, spices, cornmeal, and maple sugar. By itself, it's not a scent that I would prefer. It's not sweet or anything, which is why I mixed it with Cauldron Shop because this is a blueberry bakery. Both of them together though, again, it wasn't very sweet, but performance wise, it was really good and long lasting. I smelled it all day long, but I don't know. This one wasn't my favorite. A little too like almost savory, like not sweet bakery. And then because it's freshly baked blueberry cobbler and warm fresh honey cornbread, it's like the savory-ish cornbread plus the savory-ish bakery notes of this one kind of honestly counteracted the freshly baked blueberry cobbler. Like it was just a little too savory. I like really sweet scents. So I I probably wouldn't repurchase this one. It just wasn't sweet enough of a bakery for me, but performance-wise, they did good. Let me just do a few random non-wax empties, and then I'll probably cut this video. And then, actually, sorry, one more Bewitching Wax, which I'm not going to talk about for a super long time because I actually talked about the performance in my last empties video, but I did finally finish the aunts. I love this scent so much. It's so good. A really nice cinnamon bakery scent. Performance-wise, so good and so long-lasting. I loved this. I have repurchased this one already. Definitely preferred this bakery scent over the Hexed one. But performance-wise, I'm not disappointed yet from any Bewitching Wax. I mean, I've only melted a few things, but it's been really good. Okay, now we'll wrap up with the non-wax empties. Then in my part 2 video, I'm gonna go over all of these Polypro empty bags plus a few more Scoopables. Oh my gosh, my bad. I totally found one more Cathy Scoopable, and this is Pink Chiffon Lavender Birthday Cake. This was absolutely amazing. It was like a medium throw. I love Jenny and Cathy's lavender. It's definitely an herbal leaning lavender, but because of the bakery notes, Birthday Cake, Pink Chiffon, it made it sweet. Like, it made it have sweet notes, even though the lavender I can tell is a herbal lavender. I loved this. I would totally get another like lavender mixed with the other sweet notes from Jenny or from Cathy. This was so good. Like, I wanted to savor this, but I also don't want things just sitting in my collection. And I'm like, even if I love something, it doesn't make sense for me to hoard it and just have it sit in my collection. I should use it and enjoy it. So I was like, you know what, let me just finish this off. Oh my gosh, even just smelling the empty jar, it smells so good. So yeah, I loved this one. Okay, now let's wrap up with the non-wax empties. I had 2 Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps, Fiji White Sands, and Sweet Strawberry Scoop. They both did well. I almost never have complaints with the Bath & Body Works hand soap. If you're just curious, here are the scent notes of these 2. I have a backup of the Sweet Strawberry Scoop one because it's a strawberry bakery. I had to, right? I wish they had it in body care. I had asked at the time when I saw this in the store, and they just had it in the hand soap, I think, at least at the time I bought this. I finished up a strawberry, oop, almost dropped it, a strawberry pound cake little travel size lotion. This scent is so good. I have so much strawberry pound cake Bath & Body Works body care, fragrance mist, lotion, shower gel. I really like it. I love the strawberry pound cake. For some reason, the candle does not do well for me, but I love the body care. I have one Boom Boom cream. I got this last summer, actually. Yeah, I think just about a year ago, and I decided, you know what, let me use this up. I just had a little bit left. I had used like half of it, then I put it in my back in my drawer because, you know, sometimes you start opening multiple things and then nothing gets finished. And I'm trying really hard now to just, whatever I open, I'm solely using that until it's finished. Then I'll open something new just so I don't have a ton of half open, half used, half empty body care items, which that also goes with wax. I don't want half items sitting around in my collection anymore. Once I start using something, I want to just keep it out until I finish it. But yeah, I mean, this did really good. I don't know if it does like visibly tightens the appearance of skin, but I mean, scent wise, it was really good. Does absorb very fast into the skin. It was really nice. I like it, but I can't really picture myself repurchasing it right away. And that could be the fact that I have so much backup like body care. I don't need to be purchasing more body care. I do have some other Boom Boom scents. So they have this orange one, a pink one, a teal one, I think, maybe like a red one or something. And I have a few of these in my collection that I haven't opened and used yet. They're not this big size, they're the smaller size. But yeah, I wouldn't like jump to repurchase this. It is pretty pricey, but I enjoyed it while I used it. Good summertime body care. And then my last thing before I wrap up this first part is just tried and true Burt's Bees lip balm. I love the one with the peppermint. So this is, I think, like an original one or something like that, but they also have a peppermint scent too that came out during the holidays, and I have that. I'm using that now. I love it. I have tried other chapsticks. I buy the chapsticks for fun, the chapstick brand, EOS, Soft Lips, but I always go back to Burt's Bees. This is my absolute favorite chapstick. I don't know why I'm smelling it, but I love the peppermint. I love that like minty kind of tingle that lip gloss and lip balm leave on your lips. So those tend to be the plumping lip glosses or chapsticks with mint, and that's really what I go for. Like, this is an empty, but isn't an empty, but it's sitting right here by me. This is the Buxom like plump shot. Like, I love this. I don't feel like they necessarily plump my lips, but I just love that tingling sensation. So I pretty much just buy plumping or like peppermint kind of chapstick lip products. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video right here. I'm gonna film my second part. I'll try to have them up like a day after another or back to back, or you know, sometimes I can get lazy with the editing and uploading, but I'll have them up back to back at least. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you in my part 2 that I'll film after this. Okay, bye.